We are here at the Hasted Kreitler Gallery in New York and welcoming Andreas and his new exhibition, which opened last night, of work from the Japan series. Can you tell us how this came about?
I came and photographed for 3 weeks in a prefecture called Tottori. This project is also called European Eyes on Japan, so they like people coming from outside to have another view on Japan as the Japanese people maybe normally do not have.
Right.
In the beginning I thought I would continue my series Supervisions, but then, and I already started doing photos like that. I went into homes and photographed the ground, but it turned out that I found other subjects that I preferred.
Are you talking about this new series being the poles, then the transition from supervisions to poles?
In supervisions I mostly work as a scanner, like a scanner. I walk around the ground and every square meter I take one photo, and after I compose them on a computer. So this is one of the main subjects of the work, that I deal with man's perception, because on one hand it's true because everything you see on the photo is true. On the other hand it's not true because it's a perspective that never exists. This is the main difference between Supervisions and Japan series, because here with the poles it's I do not work as a scanner, but I just take 2 photos also. Another big difference between Supervisions and Japan series is the choice of subjects that I photographed. I'm more concentrating on, or focusing on, cables and lines and things that in a way are for me metaphors of communication, network, technique of taking photos from below against the sky. I always have a background that is black, completely black when I took the photo at night, or completely white.
One of the great things I like about your work is you're not creating a fantasy world entirely on the computer. You are using technology to present real places in a way, like you said, that you don't see in nature. Where do you see your work progressing from here?
You should always have the idea first of what you like to do, and then you decide which technique you use. When people ask me, "Oh, you do it all on your own, the composing and everything, you must be a computer nerd or something," I say, "No, I'm not at all. I don't know anything about computers. I always only use the tools in Photoshop that I need, and not I know about tools and then I use them." So this is the opposite way. Many people also often ask me, did you paint it or did you photograph it? And this is what I like. So by using inkjet, I put color pigments on the paper. And this is very, very similar to what you do when you paint. At this time I'm also using very natural looking paper, and the works maybe can also remind you of calligraphical things, paintings or something like this.
Because normally you make how many pictures in a year?
I think last year was one of the years I did the most. That was 20 or 25 pictures, because you have to consider that after taking the photographs, all the hundreds of frames, it takes me again some months to put them together.
Obviously, with the tragedy that has happened in Japan, you've decided to do a print to raise money. Tell us about your feelings towards that situation.
I'd like to help them in a way, although I'm not sure if money could help in that situation, but I think it's a good sign of solidarity to them.
And tell us about the new book.
Did not spend a thought on making a new book, but after I finished the works and laid them on the table, I thought, this must be a new book.
So regarding Supervisions, do you think that you have finished saying what you need to say with supervision?
I think in total, yes, but that doesn't mean that it's completely finished. I mean, if I find other subjects or other places that I would like to photograph in that way, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the main thing I'm concentrating on. I'm always looking for places which maybe deal with grids and surfaces and structures and lines and how this works together with chaos. If you look at photographs of other photo artists, you see that technique more and more and more. It's,
I know. You're being mimicked now? I think you are. I think if people have been inspired by you.
Yeah, maybe.
The exhibition will run from March 31st to May 14th here at the gallery, 537 West 24th Street in New York. And congratulations again. It's a beautiful show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andreas.
Thank you.